What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is up? They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to, I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ram right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation. I tried to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Vanzant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey, I am on time today. Y'all can't tell me nothing. I was here. I was waiting, patiently waiting for you. And thus here I am. See? Hey y'all, I know I've been gone for a few days. I took yesterday off to relax, relate, release, to rest, get my body back up to speed and rest after a long weekend. And here we are today. Hey. Go ahead and click the like button and all of that good stuff. Share it out. Y'all know whenever I take these long breaks, I get, booted out of the algorithm. So, that's kind of where I am with. I'm never going to make it into the algorithm. They always boot me out because I always have to take these breaks. But yet and still, here we are. Hey, everybody. Hey, Tracy W. Lemon Kush Pepper. Cams, what's good, boo? Cams, my love. Volvo. Who else we got up in here? Diamond Pearl Gem. Tanya. Hey, boo. Me and Tanya gonna be together this weekend. Jason, what's going on? Miss Trisha P. Montrez. We got the whole gang here. The gang is filing in. Go ahead, take your seats. Start with this good bell ringer. Let's get this party started. Start on the bell ringer, the warm-up exercises. Go ahead and get started doing all of that. Bell ringers, warm-up exercises, press the good like button, share it out, and all of that good stuff. Go ahead and take care of that for me. Go ahead and handle that for me. Appreciate you. If you will go ahead and do your daily warm-up, your bell ringer, and all of that good stuff, which includes pressing the goddamn like button. So listen, listen. Don't talk to me about a meet and greet, Cams. You talk to Abby and Really B. I'm here for a whole meet and greet. Y'all tell me when and where. I will be there as long as it fits into my schedule. But I'll do everything I can to help have it fit into my schedule. We could have one on my birthday. My birthday's coming up on New Year's, you know. Yeah, we could have a whole meet and greet for New Year's. What y'all want to do? What you see if you about that life, y'all will come up with something then, but y'all ain't about that life. See what I'm saying? Y'all ain't about that life. Put something together. We'll see how it goes. Um. Anyway, let's do it like only we can. Did y'all miss me? Listen, put a shondo in the chat if y'all miss me. Y'all know we do it like only we can. Not that other people don't do a great job, because you know my sis Really be, and a whole lot of people do a phenomenal job keeping you informed, keeping y'all laughing and stuff like that. But they still don't quite do it like we do over here. They don't put the L Teddy 27 stank on it. So yeah. Well, if we do it leading up, well, New Year's is on Monday. If we do it that weekend, that might work. The following weekend I'll be, out of town. So the weekend after my birthday, yeah, that won't work. But the weekend leading up to my birthday will work. Well, I'm glad. I am here for you, Volvo. I'm glad you missed me. And I missed you as well. Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Volvo, I was in your neck of the woods. I was over in Virginia. I told you I was gonna be in Virginia, Volvo. I was in Richmond. Hey, Xavier. I hung out with Regina Tanner, who you see over in Really Beach chat. A lot. Me and her hung out this weekend and stuff. Had a good time. I don't know where you was, Volvo, but I missed y'all. I hope y'all missed me. So let's get down to it. Late bell today is at 6 o'clock. We had to start late because we had to do Teacher Project 2.0. So late bell today will be at 6 o'clock. Matter of fact, let's make the late bell at 6:10. Now, if you can't get here by 6:10, I don't know what to tell you. 8,000 word essay. Now listen, if you can't get here by 6:10, you get what you get. Anyway, let's get down to the get downs. Okay, let's get down to the get downs. Let's talk about what's most pressing in the news. And the thing that's most pressing in the news does deal with a little bit of politics. Let's talk politics a little bit at the beginning of the show. Dare we talk politics on my channel? Yes, because we do that better than anyone else. Nobody gives you politics coverage like we do over here. Anyway, so wait, I missed it. Yes, we had a teacher project, and you were not there. You were not there, Tracy. We had a whole teacher project today. So people, we're not at war, but we might as well be, because Israel is at war with Palestine, with Hamas. Technically, they're at war with Hamas, which then puts them at war with Palestine, because Hamas is housed over in the Gaza Strip, which means that the Palestinians that ain't got nothing to do with any of this are going to end up bearing the brunt of this. So Hamas bombed Israel, as well as sent people over to Israel and started killing people, started shooting people and just killing people. They took over 100 people hostage, and they said we're not here for it. Israel immediately came out. Benjamin Netanyahu came out and said we are at war. We listen. They're gonna be talking about what we do for the rest of the annals of time. We're not here for it. We bombing everything and blowing everything up, and they've also cut off all fuel, food, lights, water, anything that of sustenance that you need to live. They've cut that off to the Gaza Strip. and the Palestinians. Now, every swinging dick in Washington, D.C., and anybody thought they had any political clout immediately sided, including your president who came out today and sided with Israel. Nobody wants to even address the Palestinians right now. Let me come out first. Let me first start. Let's start this the right way. Two things can be true at one time. Hey, symmetry. You can have two sides and both sides can be wrong at the same time. There doesn't have to be y'all are right and y'all are wrong. It could be both of y'all are wrong. And let's see what we could do to fix this. But nobody wants to take that, because if you do anything to say that Israel was by any stretch of the imagination wrong, then all of a sudden you're anti-Semitic. All of a sudden you're the most horrible and heinous person in the world, and they're comparing you to Germany back in the 1930s. When that's not true. How did we get here? Great question. Hey, Ravine. This didn't start in the last year. This didn't start in the last 2 years. This has been going on since, let's go back to World War II. We didn't get here for no reason. The Palestinians are over there minding their own good business. Over there minding their own good business. Western Europe felt guilty because of what they allowed Hitler to continue to get away with, killing all of that, trying to have a whole genocide there. And because Western civilization felt guilty that they allowed Hitler to do this horrible, heinous act, mind you, the only people they compensated was the Jews that got killed. They made nothing of the Africans got killed, the mixed race mulatto people that got killed, and a whole lot of other people that got killed during the Holocaust as well. But all they're gonna tell you that they care about is the Jewish people that got killed. But then we'll sidebar that and just for some other time. So here you have it. The Palestinians and the people in that area minding their own sweet business. And because Western civilization felt guilty for what happened, they went and just said, oh, y'all move out of the way. We're just going to take this, and now this belongs to Israel. And thought that the people that were already living there and occupying that area was just going to be like, well, okay, you go ahead, just take our land and take what we got, and just Israel could just have it. Did you really think that there would ever be peace over there when it didn't start from peace? This wasn't a peaceful, exchange of land. This was y'all bullying these people that say, yeah, this belongs to us. And if you don't want it to belong to us, you saw what we did over there in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Play games. That's pretty much in a nutshell what happened. And since then, there's been constant fighting since then. And how do you blame them? Now, let's talk more recently. Let's go to more recently, okay? In the last year or so, since Benjamin Netanyahu and his band of merry fucktards over there got into power, do you understand what has been going on in the Gaza Strip and to Palestinians? Israel has been over there running roughshod. The Israel defense minister basically said, oh, we just gonna annex the Gaza Strip and it's nothing they can do about it. He basically said that. Benjamin Netanyahu went on this thing and basically did away with their Supreme Court. The Israel equivalent of the Supreme Court, he basically disbanded them and did away with it and said, I can do whatever the hell I want to do and get over it. Israel was going over to the Gaza Strip and killing Palestinians. They've been doing it for months. They've been just going over there, going to civilians, having a wedding. Oh, we just gonna bomb the wedding. Oh, y'all having a funeral over here on the Gaza Strip over there. Palestinians have. Oh, just because we want to have a show of force, we're just gonna bomb you. These things were happening on a daily basis. Daily basis. daily basis. Benjamin Netanyahu and the people in Israel and many Israel people in Israel were protesting against Benjamin Netanyahu and all of the horrible things that he's been doing, because basically he has been stoking the flames of this since he got back in office. They have the most conservative and right wing um, administration that they've ever had in Europe, not Europe, in Israel. And so now he's been stoking the flames of, yeah, I don't give a shit about y'all. We flex it because they always tout that Israel is the biggest military power in the Middle East. You don't want no parts of Israel. The United States has equipped them with more weaponry than any other place on the planet outside of the United States. So you might want to leave them alone. Their intelligence system is second to none. They have the whole dome. You know, pal, listen, you can have all of that, but when you got people who get sick and tired of getting sick and of being sick and tired, sometimes all of that technology and weaponry ain't gonna do you no good. The last year or so, and I'm not negating how horrible Israel has been over the last several decades to the Palestinians, but in the last year or so, since Benjamin Netanyahu has been back in power, he has had an all-out war and assault on Palestine, and they've been over there taking it on the chin, taking it on the chin, taking it on the chin. I mean, you've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that are being killed, and we're not talking about soldiers. We're not talking about people on the military field. We're talking about civilians, people just living their lives, just going about every day. Oh, I'm over here. We're having a wedding for my son and his wife. Oh, next thing you know, everybody dead. Oh, we're having a funeral for somebody. Now you killing everybody. These you had go look it up. You had situations in the last several months where Israelis would go over there and literally just pull up, get out the vehicle, and just take out a gun and blow people off the earth, and then drive off like nothing happened. I'm serious. These things have been going on. So what I'm saying to you is this: you've been stoking the flames of this, thinking, "Oh, I'm Big Billy Badass. Oh, you ain't gonna do nothing to me." Well, they got you. Now, I started by saying Hamas was not right by killing all of these innocent people, but you could not have thought, Israel, that you would continue to get away with killing innocent civilians, innocent Palestinians all this time, and there was never going to be any pushback. They were just going to lay down and let you just do it. They were just going to lay down. And so what happens is what they feed you on mainstream media is, oh, Israel is this wonderful country and they are so right in everything they do. And oh my God, you have to always be sympathetic to them because everything they've always done has always been great. And there have been times, even over the last few months, where the United States Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin or Anthony Blinken as Secretary of State would say, "Oh, Israel, that wasn't right that you did that," and keep it moving. So Hamas said, "Oh, this is what we're doing? Okay, well, enough is enough," and they got past all of this alleged great intelligence that Israel had, and all of these, baby, they went in there killing women, children, man, boy, cat, dog, killing everybody. Wrong is rain. Wrong is all get out. I admit that Hamas was absolutely wrong. You have people at a concert minding their own sweet business, having a good time, and they sent thousands of Palestinians over there. They just started blowing people off the earth with assault rifles, just killing people, taking people hostage, bombing Israel and everything. I'm just there. And so now, in one fell swoop, you had hundreds of Israelis dead. Yeah, get some. Because we tired. Enough is enough. Now, let's be clear. Israel has said that it's all-out war on Palestine, Mind you, Hamas is a small, minuscule percentage of the people in the Gaza Strip. You have literally millions upon millions of people packed on into the Gaza Strip in a very dense area where these people are innocent people just trying to live their lives. You know what Israel told them? Well, y'all better find somewhere to go because we about to bomb this whole place. Find somewhere to go, which is disingenuous because they have nowhere to go. Because if they go if they try to go toward Egypt, Egypt already told them, yeah, bitch, we side with Israel and we don't want no parts of y'all. Don't bring your ass over here. Nope, you cannot come. You know they ain't gonna let them in Israel. So where are you gonna go? You're gonna go into the Mediterranean Sea? Like, there's nowhere to go. So you telling them, yeah, y'all might as well get out of Dodge, or we gonna because we coming. It's disingenuous. What you're basically saying is stay there so we can bomb the shit out of y'all and kill all of y'all and commit war crimes. Because that's what we're about to have. We're about to have war crimes. Let's be clear. This is not a newsflash. The UN has been screaming holy hell for the last 2 years about what Israel has been doing to Palestinians. They have been screaming at the United States because the United States has turned a blind eye to the fact that Israel has been committing war crimes for the last several years, unabashed, unopposed. The United States basically has continued to give them weaponry, continued to fund them while they've been committing war crimes that, and I'm not saying alleged war crimes, these are actual war crimes that the United Nations says goes against international law, and the United States has turned a blind eye to it, like, oh yeah, well, I guess it's Israel, so we ain't got nothing to say. And Hamas said, yeah, enough is enough. And Hamas took these people prisoner and said, listen, if y'all kill civilians on our side, well, we just gonna start killing hostages now because we have well over 100 hostages here. Come on, let's do it. What we doing? If you blink, we blink. You already killing us anyway, so we might as well. Who's gonna blink first? That's what we got going on. Now, here's the problem. The problem is over in these yet to be United States of America, what they want you to do is give blind allegiance to Benjamin Netanyahu, to Israel, and everything that they have going on, instead of saying, both of you hoes are wrong. Hamas, you wrong. Israel, you've been wrong for a long time too. Everybody wrong. Y'all need, let's see what we can do about this. Let's see what we can do about this. But we know what the United States does. They're going to do what they did, what they're doing over Ukraine. We're just going to just throw a bunch of money over there and say, leave us out of it. And I promise you, they're going to dare. Rashida Tlaib is already come out saying, because she is Palestinian, they've already all but censured her. You have protests going on all over the country where Israeli people are protesting as well as Palestinian people are rightfully so protesting, because you have Palestinians that are being killed for no civilians that are being killed for no reason at all. Just because these people live in the Gaza Strip does not mean that they all owe allegiance to Hamas and they all support what Hamas did. That's idiotic for you to think that, and for you to think that you could just go in this country and just say, well, we wiping everybody out, we wiping everything out. Is an absolute act of terror, just as much as what Hamas did was an act of terror. You going into a country full-throated saying we killing everybody in sight, we don't give a shit if they're civilians or not, is also a full-throated act of terror. You're telling people, well, y'all might as well get out of Dodge, because if you don't, we coming to kill everybody, knowing that they have nowhere to go. It's disingenuous. And now Israelis and Benjamin Netanyahu, they don't got embarrassed. Why? Because they had a full-scale meltdown of their entire intelligence system. There's no way in the world you can call it anything else but a full-scale meltdown. Their intelligence community failed them. Their military defenses failed them. Everything failed them. And so now they're embarrassed. And because of that embarrassment, now they feel like, oh, we're justified in us going and just going scorched earth. We're killing everybody. We're going scorched earth. They feel, justified in that. And many Israelis here in America even feel that way. just like they're calling it the Israeli 9/11. Um, it's a little different because I would say after 9/11, we knew that we probably could contain what was going on, and we knew, yeah, ain't nobody gonna come in. We were over the surprise, ain't nobody else coming over here. They still bombing right now. It's Israelis and Palestinians dying right now as we speak. So ain't no stop to it. So that's why it's a little different than 9/11. Hezbollah. So you got the Gaza Strip and Hamas to the west, Hezbollah to the east, and Hezbollah already said, "Yeah, we're here for it too. We're here for all the smoke too. All the smoke to Israel. Yeah, send anybody to our borders if you want to. We blowing them all off there." So Hezbollah said, "Yeah, we killing people too." Now I find it real funny. Now here's the real where the rubber hits the pavement. Go look and see in that area, in the whole Middle Eastern area, how many countries are backing the Palestinians and how many are backing the Israelis. And I will tell you, overwhelmingly, they're backing the Palestinians because of what Bibi Netanyahu and his merry brand of thugs over there have been doing for the last year and a half. People, a lot of those countries feel like Hamas and the Palestinians were provoked, and that's how we got here. So that's why you see most of the countries in that region are supporting the Gaza Strip and the Palestinians, even though what Hamas did was a total act of terror. Now, the squad who's always thinking about the totality of the situation, the squad is coming under fire in the House because you have Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, and Rashida Tlaib is Palestinian. You have and you have the members of the squad who are logically thinking and saying, "Hey, let's condemn both sides because both sides were wrong." And other members of Congress said, "If you're not giving a full-throated allegiance to Israel, then you're wrong." And that's not how this works. Meanwhile, Israel, I told you, is over here offing Palestinians hundreds at a time. It's a mess. It's a whole mess. Um, in celebrity news about it, Bruno Mars canceled a concert. He was supposed to have a concert over in here in Israel, and he canceled his concert, which was sold out, and it was supposed to be in Israel after the attack which happened at a concert. And I don't blame him. It's not worth it. Maybe this not the right time to be over there. Get the hell out of Dodge. Don't even go over there, Bruno Mars. I ain't mad at it. He had to cancel a sold out concert. He was scheduled to have a concert in Tel Aviv. And it was indefinitely postponed. So they left a message to the people. Live Nation sent a message to the people who bought tickets that said, "Quote, dear customers, Bruno Mars concert scheduled to take place tonight is canceled." A translated Instagram statement from Live Nation Israel read on Friday, "All ticket purchases to the show will receive an automatic refund to the credit card which the purchase was made. We strengthen the residents of Israel, IDF fighters, and the security forces in these difficult moments." Bibi Netanyahu is sending airplanes out to bring all reservists back to Israel so they can go out and fight. Benjamin Netanyahu say, "Listen, we're going scorched earth. If you are a reservist for the Israeli army, baby, the time is now. Everybody come back. We 300,000. Please be clear. The United States have already sent submarines and warcrafts over to Israel to support them. Please be clear. It's gotten so bad now. Here's the problem. If you have the problem is people are now unable to voice their opinion, give their commentary on it. There are some Palestinians or people of Palestinian descent that are full throated saying, I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all of it. Because y'all been over here, killing us for how long? Yeah, enough was enough. And they had to do what they had to do. And when they've come out and said that, they have come under quick and swift repercussions. Perfect example. Um, a model, we'll call her, by the name of Mia Khalifa, has been fired from Playboy. Let me read this to you. The adult entertainment brand dropped her after sharing her controversial thoughts about the Israel Hamas attacks. Playboy sent out an email to its subscribers Monday after Mia expressed her pro-Hamas thoughts online. The company said, quote, Mia has made disgusting and reprehensible comments celebrating Hamas's attacks on Israel and the murder of innocent men, women, and children. We have a zero tolerance policy for hate speech. It went on to say that it's terminated its relationship with her, quote, including deleting Mia's Playboy channel on our creator platform. Let me see if I can get y'all her comments. Hold on. See if I can get y'all her comments. Hold on. Not the porn skank. Well, I guess she is a porn skank. I don't know. You know. Oh man, y'all so stupid. Y'all are stupid. She does do porn. So okay. Here is here's here's some of the she said a couple things. Um she had a couple posts about it. All right. So here's some of her posts. Here's some of her posts. If you can look at the situation in Palestine and not be on the side of Palestinians, then you are on the wrong side of apartheid, and history will show that in time. That was the first quote. Now let's be clear. What they got going on over there is absolutely apartheid. They don't want to call it that, but it absolutely is what Israel has been doing over there. That's a whole nother story. Later on, she said this. She tweeted all of this out on or posted. We don't say tweet no more, I guess. Posted this on Saturday. She said, "Can someone please tell the freedom fighters in Palestine to flip their phones and film horizontal? I can't believe the Zionist apartheid regime is being brought down by guerrilla fighters in fake Gucci shirts. The biopics of these moments better reflect that." Later, she posted about filming horizontally that, quote, the statement in no way, shape, or form is enticing spread of violence. I specifically said freedom fighters, because that's what the Palestinian citizens are, fighting for freedom every day. End quote. She also went on to say, I just want to make sure there's 4K footage of my people breaking down the walls of the open air prison they've been forced out of their homes and into, so we have good options for the history books that write about how they freed themselves from apartheid. Please worry about your set. And she was telling this to she was saying this to Todd Shapiro, who's a former broadcaster, who a former journalist. She was telling this to him because he said she was going to be fired, and this was her response to him. She said, "Please worry about your sad little company lacking direction and purpose before you utter my name again. Do your research before begging for my investment in your little project. I'm from Lebanon, and you are insane. Are you insane for expecting me to be on the side of colonialism? You fucking weirdo." End fucking quote. Say it with your chest, Mia Khalifa. I ain't mad at it. The woman is from Lebanon. Just like the Israeli people get to say and do all kinds of stuff, saying our people are being killed. Oh my God, these are atrocities. You don't expect that people of Palestinian descent to be able to say the same thing? I mean, she ain't wrong. She is not. Now. I she's calling them freedom fighters. I'm not gonna call the people freedom fighters. I'm just gonna say Hamas had an act of terror, which followed several months of terror from the Israelis. Let's be clear. And what they mean by open air prison is the Gaza Strip is basically um, contained by Israel on the north, east, east, and most of the south. And then you have a little part of it where I think they can get to Egypt. But the thing about it is they've cut them off. They've basically cut them off from food. They've cut them off from, basic living conditions. And they basically have the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip basically in, they basically have them in a freaking open air prison. These people don't, 65% of the country lives in object poverty, blatant poverty. So you have on the north side of it, and the west side of the Gaza Strip is Israel. On the south side of the Gaza Strip is I'm sorry, not the west, the north and the east side, I should say, is Israel. On the south side is Egypt, and on the west side is the Mediterranean Sea. There's nowhere to go. Egypt has already aligned itself with Israel and said, say what the fuck you want to say. We're back in Israel, full-throated. A mess. A mess. It's a whole mess over there. A whole mess over there. This is not gonna. I'm not now. Let's be clear. Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israelis will have the full support of the full arsenal of the this country and our military. Is it right? No. And you're about to have thousands of innocent civilians on both sides, on the Israeli side as well as on the Palestinian side, that are about to lose their lives. We're going to have whole war crimes going on. Egypt is not a Muslim country like Palestine. Listen, hey, Bilo DD, if you read the history of all of this, Israel had been encroaching on. They haven't. Listen, I just said that a little bit ago, a little bit earlier. The Israel defense minister had already said unequivocally that they were going to annex the Gaza Strip into Israel, and there was nothing that they could do about it. They had already said that. They had already said that. When you oppress people, and when you have acts of violence and terror on people, and you oppress people over and over and over and over and over again, you can only expect that at some point those people are going to say, damn it, enough is enough. Right, wrong, or in between. It's just like I say, when people get mad at black people, when black people have riots in these cities and burn everything down, oh, you shouldn't do that. So what do you want us to do? Just sit here and just keep being oppressed and wait for you to come around, knowing full well you're never going to come around to our side. You're never going to stop oppressing us. If left to yourselves, we just supposed to wait here. No, enough is enough. No, I'm tired. No, you're not going to keep hitting me. And that's how we got here. Anyway, listen, we got a whole show to do, y'all. I really want to keep going. I have a lot of things to say about this. So I, there's no easy answers to all of this. You know what I'm saying? There could be easy answers, but I don't think people want to hear those easy answers. You know what I'm saying? Leave people alone. Let people live in their own. I mean, at this point, what are we going to do? Because Israel has the same problem with the West Bank. Same problem they have with the Gaza Strip. They have the same problems with the West Bank. So I'm just saying. Anyway, let's get to some other news. I didn't even know I was gonna spend that much time on that, but let's get to some other news because I know y'all want to hear about other stuff that's going on today. In other news, listen, they get ready to give Britney Spears another conservatorship in 5 4 3 2 1 in the immortal words of Really B. Mama done got arrested. Well, she ain't been arrested, but she was given a ticket for having no license and no insurance. Now, I think this just happened because it was Britney Spears. Our black asses, you try and drive down the street with no license and no insurance and see how fast they take your ass to jail. Let me read this to you. This is coming from TMZ. Britney Spears got busted on the road last month, receiving a slap on the wrist for driving without some crucial documentation in her vehicle. The pop star was pulled over on September 10th by California Highway Patrol officer in Ventura County, where she got cited for 2 infractions, according to court records. One of the violations was driving without a valid driver's license in her possession. The other was for driving without proof of insurance. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Britney was first pulled over for speeding in her white Mercedes going 61 in a 40. We're told Britney was cooperative during the stop and was given a warning for her speed. Fortunately for her, she'll be able to deal with the infractions by paying a fine by October 24th. The total she owes is $1,140. Basically, Brittany, this is not adding, this is not helping with the whole, you are fit to, gallivant in this country, the way you do. Baby, you just seem unhinged at this point. And I'm not saying a whole lot of people ain't out there driving without a license or insurance. Listen, most of the people I know ain't got valid driver's licenses or insurances. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the hood, so I know a lot of people ain't got valid driver's license. But still, baby, when they get ready to land you with this conservatorship again, they gonna add all this to it, Brittany. All of these salacious headlines. Now they're making it sound way more involved than it is. So many people drive without that. But the point that I'm making is, Brittany, this ain't gonna help your cause when we talk about them wanting to, whether or not they're going to choose to put you under conservatorship again. The people looking for any reason to go ahead and snatch you up again and take all your money again. Girl, you're not helping. You over here got knives and shit, talking about, oh, these are stunt knives or these are play knives that we use on the set. And then the guy who does stunt work says, yeah, you can still get cut by those knives. Baby, this is not helping your cause. I don't listen. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. And running up to enough time. Okay. We only have one sugar spiky story today, so let's get that out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, and non-gender conforming members of our audience, I bring to you your Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Ooh, Harold. Ooh, Harold. Where the hell you been, Harold? Harold, you slipped up in here by the hairs of your chin. See, Harold playing with me, y'all. Harold heard me say that late bell today was at 6:10, and y'all see how he roll up in here 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes before the late bell, talk about hail Teddy. Don't hail Teddy me. You rolling up into my class damn near an hour late, 45 minutes late to class. And I was nice today. I said, you know what? I'm gonna set late bell late today. Harold, I'm gonna get you, Harold. You wait till we get to this members only chat today. We're gonna get you today, Harold. Anyway, I was wrong. We did not have one sugar spiky story. We have two sugar spiky stories today, but just two. You know, that's light for us. Normally we have a whole bunch of sugar spiky stories, but we got two. Harold, yo boo, you better get your boo there. You better get your boo. He better be glad he rolled up in here just a minute and a half late, child. Which I don't got hungry, y'all. I need to hurry up so I can go get me something to eat. Anyway, so get this. Let me read the headline. You was in the drive-through line, okay, but you ain't getting nothing for us to eat. Rolling up here talking about you was in the drive-through line. I just said I'm hungry as hell. You gonna add to the snack fund? Cause a bitch over here is hungry as hell, Harold. Add to the snack fund right here, Harold. A bitch is hungry. You rolling up in my class late. Talk about I was in the drive-through and I'm over here doing the Lord's work, working. Lord. He was in line getting me some food. Hey, Harold. Anyway, let me read this headline to y'all. Alabama library mistakenly adds children's book to explicit list because of the author's name. Let me read this to y'all. This is out of Huntsville, Alabama. An Alabama public library mistakenly added a children's picture book to a list of potentially inappropriate titles because of the author's last name. Because the author's last name is gay, the library's director said. Read Me a Story, Stella, a children's picture book by Canadian author Marie-Louise Gay, was added to a list of books flagged for potential removal from the children's section of the Huntsville Madison County Public Library because of sexually explicit content. Hey, L Love. Hey, D. Because of sexually explicit content. But the book, which is about a pair of siblings reading together and building a doghouse, should not have been on the list and was only added because of the keyword gay. Cindy Hewitt, the library's executive director, told AP News. The book was one of 233 books set to be reviewed and potentially removed. Quote, we wanted to be proactive and allow our library staff to look at our collection and make decisions about moving material to an older age group and not have someone from outside dictating that for us, end quote. And that's according to, once again, Cindy Hewitt, the executive director of the library. This is a mess. The process was halted following public backlash, the news outlets have been reporting. Kristen Bassard, Gay's publicist at Groundwood Books, said the episode sends, quote, a hateful message, end quote, coming from a public library. Quote, this proves, as always, that censorship is never about limiting access to this book or that one. It is about sending the message to children that certain ideas or even certain people are not worthy of discussion or acknowledgement or consideration, end quote. And that's according to the author's publicist. But that's what we've known. Y'all didn't even bother to see what this was about. The woman's last name actually happened to be gay. And so now all of a sudden, y'all think that that belongs on the banned books. That's the woman's name. But y'all just Googling, oh, anything that has that in there. Oh, let me Google it and snatch it out. Fucking idiots. But this is what we have going on. You want no, what they want is they want no mention of anything that involves it. They want to obviate the entirety of the LGBTQ plus community from any writings, from any history. They, if they could, they remove them from this world. That's what they want. That's really what they want. And left to themselves, white men that are not gay, I should say, would do the same thing to a whole lot of black people. But that ain't the conversation that they want. But because y'all so hell bent on being bigoted, discriminatory, y'all let discrimination and bigotry add to your idiocy, because now that has clouded all types of intellect, any form of, that's not even high level thinking. That's just that the woman's last name is gay, and you fucking idiots thought, oh, this must be a book about gay people because the woman last name. What? What? This what y'all got going on. Let's stay in Alabama. Go, the real hypocritical part of it is Alabama is a state governed by Governor Kay Ivey, who's a raging lesbian herself. Lord, let's stay in the great state of Alabama. Lord. So this is the story of a gentleman by the name of Steve Perkins. Remember his name. Y'all know how we like to do. We like to speak their names. We like to say their names. His name is Steve Perkins. Steve is the first name. Last name is Perkins, who is no longer with us. An Alabama man was killed by police in an ambush, his family said Monday. That unfolded when a repo man tried to take his truck with the help of officers. Neighbors' security footage covered some of the sights and sounds of officers confronting Steve Perkins, 39, on September 29th at his home in Decatur, Alabama, about 30 miles southwest of Huntsville. A man could be heard saying, quote, "Hey, give me my truck back," end quote, according to the footage made public by the Perkins family. I have seen the footage. I will not be playing the footage because the footage does show, it shows it from far away, but you can't see when the shots were fired and things like that. Then another man could be heard saying, hey, police, get on the ground. There was only a fraction of a second between the word ground and the sound of gunfire, with more than a dozen rounds apparently being squeezed off in about 4 seconds. I saw the video, and in the video, literally, they say, hey, police, get on the ground. And I promise you, when they said ground, they had to already be pressing pulling the trigger, because I can't. It's like, get on the ground, boom. There was no time for you to even allow the person to get on the ground, react, obey a command or anything. It was immediate. It was, hey, police, get on the ground, boom. And then it was a barrage of shots. I saw the video. I'm telling you, the video's out there. Quote, from the immediate footage that we're seeing, it looked like an ambush of him not even knowing who was in his yard, end quote. That's according to the family spokesperson. The family went on to say that they were in uniform, but it was a very dark neighborhood. No police cars were in front of the house. They were parked down the street, hiding in neighbor's yard, hiding around the house. So they were purposely trying to be inconspicuous when they rolled up on him. They wanted it not to be, they didn't want to be, known that, oh, what the police, they wanted to be very inconspicuous. So if you roll up on someone's house and they don't know who the hell you are, they have every right to say, who the fuck are you and why the fuck are you on my property? Representatives of the Decatur Police Department and the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency could not be immediately reached for comment on Monday to confirm the legitimacy of the footage. But in previous statements, state law enforcement said Perkins, quote, was found to be armed with a handgun, which was also equipped with a light, and that he brandished the weapon towards an officer with the Decatur Police Department, causing the officer to fire at Perkins, end quote. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency vowed to carry out a very thorough and methodical investigation. The family said that he had fallen behind on payments for his truck, but it had not been put in repossession status. Earlier, the night of the killing of this man, a repo man had tried taking his truck, but was turned back. He made a second trip to the house, but this time with police. A representative for the towing company that attempted the repossession could not be immediately reached for comment on Monday. Perkins, who worked for pet food manufacturer J.M. Smucker, was married and had 2 children ages 14 and 7. The man had no previous interactions with police aside from a DUI arrest more than a decade ago. So here's what happened. Hey, Amber, the repo man tried to roll up on him first time. The man said, no, you're not repoing my truck, and probably brought out his gun because I don't know who you are. Now, let's be clear. If you're supposed to repossess somebody's car, don't you have to have paperwork to do that? You don't just roll up on people and say, oh, I'm taking your car. Now, I know how black people are. I do realize that us as black people, sometimes even if you do come with the paperwork, we probably going to be like, bro, I ain't seeing you or your paperwork. Listen, I ain't here for it. Get the hell off my property or I'm going to blow you off the earth. And he has every right to do that. Now, tow truck man or repo man, if he has the proper paperwork, or the family is alleged that there's no paperwork saying that the car was supposed to be repossessed. I guess that remains to be seen. But if you do have proper paperwork for this to be repossessed, go get the police. But what you don't want the police to do is come there inconspicuous. The whole point in bringing the police is so you know, hey, bruh, this shit is real. I'm here with the police. We're here to come get this truck. The police should not be rolling up on your house, being inconspicuous, trying to hide in back alleys, turning off the police lights, trying to make it not known who they are. If you're the goddamn police, you roll up on somebody's house, you need to say, hey, here's my police lights, here's my uniform, we are the police. So that way, he knows, okay, this is the police. It might have even gone better. But even if it did go the same way, police, when you say, hey, this is the police, get on the ground, you have to give that person the opportunity to get on said ground. Because let's be clear, if this happens where, let's say, he knew that was the tow truck man rolling up on him again. He had his gun ready. If the police says and got gun in hand, because I'm on my property and I'm ready to defend myself in my property, at the moment that the police say, hey, police, get on the ground, he could have very well been in the position of trying to get himself on the ground, but because his gun is in his hand, they immediately think that's an act of aggression and he's trying to come at them. So before they can, I'm telling you, if you look at the video, before they could even finish the last N and D on the word ground, They were already pulling the trigger because immediately bullets were shot off. A mess, a damn mess. They've been protesting and things out in they've been having, peaceful protests over in Alabama in Decatur. I just learned about this today. I just learned about it today. But they have been having peaceful protests over in Decatur for this situation. We'll monitor this situation and see where it goes. But I fully expect that they're going to exonerate the police in this and say that they were fully within their rights and fully appropriate in their response to Steve Perkins. Once again, his name is Steve Perkins, and this is in Decatur, Alabama. All right. So let's get to one of our headlines. One of our headlines, well, let me get the quick and easy headline out of the way. Our quick and easy headline out the way. I'm just saying. Whew. No, I'm gonna do this one first. Gunplay ain't shit. He ain't been shit. Ain't gonna be shit. Ain't trying to be shit. Don't want to be shit. Ain't been shit for a long time. So apparently he has lost custody of his newborn baby, his daughter, after his whole situation with his wife, where he pulled the gun out on the wife and the daughter. According to TMZ, a judge made the ruling yesterday after he failed to make a court date regarding the temporary restraining order his wife currently has against him. Um, he is only permitted to see his 7-month-old daughter virtually through an app called Talking Parents. Visits have to be scheduled and monitored by the court and are limited to recorded videos, phone calls, and messages. The decision can only be reversed if his baby mama, or his wife, I should say, requests the court to grant him custody. His estranged wife has also requested child support with the exact amount to be determined during a later court hearing. The 44-year-old rapper has missed 3 previous court dates regarding the temporary restraining order. Things could get even worse for him if he misses the next one, as the restraining order will become permanent, keeping him away from their daughter until she turns 18. The ruling comes after he was arrested in August for aggravated battery with deadly weapon, domestic violence, and false imprisonment, along with child abuse. And we know all about that. So basically, they have him on one of those apps where you can't even have face to face because they don't know what you're gonna do. And if you're known to be pulling guns out on the mom while the daughter is there, then they don't want to take no chance. So on this Talking Parents app, you have to pre-record videos, and you have to and that pre-recorded video has to be seen and sanctioned and authorized by a judge, that it can be sent to that child, and then the mother has to okay it as well, because you are your liability. We don't know what type of coke and fentanyl or meth induced state you're going to be in when you click that video. So somebody does need to see it, because we don't need you around here scaring the mother and or that child again. I mean, you're a liability. You're a whole ass cokehead. You're a whole ass cokehead, a whole ass meth head. You doing any illicit drug known to man. You have violence issues, anger management issues. You have entitlement issues. You are a threat and liability to anyone around you. So I have no problems with the court saying, yeah, bro, we ain't even letting you, even through the app, you can't do no live, FaceTime or anything like that. Baby, you got to pre-record and let us see it. Well, I shouldn't say God willing, but I'm glad that they say if you miss another court date, then you're gonna have a permanent restraining order. You won't be able to see that child till she's 30, because we don't know what you may do. We just don't know at this point. You're a liability. and given the wrong coke-induced state, you could beat off the mama and that child, and or do the whole, murder suicide thing. You know how these people are; they wrap tightly. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him at all. If you can, well, you can, you know, that easily pull a gun on your wife and your child who's only months old, you're a problem. And don't look for any sympathy. Uh, Don't look for any amount of sympathy from over here. We have no understanding for you. None. If they take the child away from you forever, good. Good. Nene Leaks is in the news. She's accused of blowing off the lawsuit. Remember we talked a couple weeks ago about that lawsuit that they had, saying that she owed $22,000 for unpaid rent for Swag Boutique. Um so according to court documents, Nene's landlord has demanded a final judgment on this whole case. The company is called MPG Sugarloaf, and of course, we talked about her suing them suing Nene over unpaid rent from her swag boutique that's shut down now. But according to the court documents, the landlord claims that she signed a lease in 2017 and it then extended it by a year in 2021. She vacated the property in January and allegedly hadn't paid $22,900 in back rent. Um, she also was served with legal paperwork in August um, on these documents. I mean, on this case. So, in newly filed court documents, the landlord says she failed to respond to the lawsuit by the deadline of September 18th. As a result, the company wants the court to grant a default judgment in the amount of $22,900.75, plus attorney fees of $2,315 and another $416 for court costs. Somebody do that math. Let me know how much that is. $22,900.75 plus $2,315 in court fees plus $416 in, I'm sorry, $2,315 in attorney's fees and $416 in court fees. Let me do this because any of y'all can do that math for me real fast. You know what? Let me see what I can do. So we had 22,975 plus 2315 plus $416. That gives us $25,631.75 is what she owes. Now, I believe she probably have it stowed away somewhere. She just don't feel like she need to pay it. Girl, go ahead and pay them people that money. I don't think that Nene is that destitute that she can't come up with 25K. I do think I'm not saying it won't hurt. It probably will hurt. 25K is still 25K. But do you got it? Baby, you got it. And what it sounds like is, Nene, you're going to have to pay it regardless. Go ahead and get them people that money willingly. First of all, it's not a good look for you to be signing these, rental agreements or leasing agreements and not paying your and got unpaid, rent, and now these people got to take you to court. Ain't nobody gonna want to do business with you, and you wonder why people are shying away from you and staying away from you like you're the goddamn plague. You don't even pay your bills, and then you're on the set. You might be a liability because we don't know when you're gonna lose your goddamn mind and go into your fucking antics. So you ain't paying your bills. You're a whole shit show on set, and a whole liability there. What good use are you to anyone, Nene Leaks? Why are you here? Just go away. She ain't getting no job no time soon. Moving on. Puff Daddy's son, Justin Combs, is in the news. He's been ordered to do 3 years of probation for that DUI. Now, let me read this. Puff Daddy's 29-year-old son, Justin, has avoided jail time after taking a plea deal in his DUI case. He has 3 years of probation and was ordered to complete an alcohol education program after pleading no contest to having a blood alcohol content above 0.08. His charge of driving under the influence was dismissed because he took the plea deal. So, uh, if here's my thoughts on it, people gonna make it, oh, he shouldn't get off that easy, da 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 da. Now, I think personally, if if you commit a crime, I don't think that your celebrity status should make you have any extra, stank on your sentences if you commit a crime. I don't think that that's fair. Now, I do know that there is a difference in the DUI if you get caught and you're not harming anybody or nobody's in harm at the moment that they catch you, and if you run into a pole or hit somebody, God forbid, or anything, that makes it a lot different. So if the plea deal was that he can get 3 years probation, then go ahead and do your 3 years probation, do your alcohol education course, and going on with life. The young man made a mistake, and let's be clear, a whole lot of people ranting and raving. Most of them bastards probably go to a party, get lit, and still drive their car home. Be like, you know what, I can make it home. If Let's just be clear, most people have done it. You go to a party, you get a little lit, but you feel like you in that right state where I'm right at the cusp where I could make it home safely and not but I probably had one or two too many, but I'm still good enough to make it home safely. And let's be clear, it don't take a whole lot for you to blow a 0.08. To blow a 0.08 don't take a lot. So I would venture to guess a whole lot of people have driven a whole lot of times when they were legally above the, drinking age. And if you tell me you haven't, you're a fucking liar. So, I mean, I've seen people who actually hit people while driving drunk and they've gotten off. So let the boy do his 3 years probation. I'm sure he'll learn from it. Um, so, they say the course he has to take is a 3-month course and all of that stuff. He gonna do his probation, do his alcohol education course, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But people get all in a hissy fit just because it's a celebrity. The boy, he did it. Shit happens. I'm just saying. In other news, y'all's girl Amber Heard is in the news again. Yep, Amber Heard, who was married, was they married? Who was with Johnny Depp? We had the whole trial where she tried to allege that Johnny Depp did all of these horrible things to her, and Johnny Depp ended up being exonerated. She was the horrible one, not him. Remember her? So she's in the news again. So she is alleging that Jason Momoa used to wear on the set of Aquaman 2 that he would wear purposely dressed like Johnny Depp while they were filming Aquaman 2. Um, I guess to get on her nerves. That's what she told her therapist. Um, the news comes. This is from TMZ. The news comes courtesy of legal documents from her defamation trial from last year, which were recently made public, and details some of the details are startling that she made to her therapist back in 2021. And she said that Jason, during one particular session in December of 2021, she said she felt Jason was seemingly trying to play mind games with her by intentionally copying um, Johnny Depp's fashion sense right down to his multi-fingered rings. And then there are other allegations she made about Jason to her therapist, including a claim he was intoxicated on set and that he was working to get her fired. A rep for DC Comics denied these characterizations, saying, quote, Jason Momoa conducted himself in a professional manner at all times on the set of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, end quote. A separate source told Variety magazine that Jason's fashion sensibility naturally reflects his bohemian style, pushing back on Amber, feeling he was trying to torment her. There are a lot more juicy. They say it's a lot more stuff in there um, about other people, but we just gonna concentrate on that. Girl, nobody believes you. You lost a whole defamation lawsuit, and it's hard to lose a defamation. It's hard to prove defamation, and Johnny Depp was able to prove defamation. Meaning, hey Regina, me and Regina hung out this weekend, y'all. We had a good time. Hey Regina, boo. But Am- Amber Heard, you ain't shit. You trying to say this man, oh, he over here dressing like Johnny Depp just to get under my skin. Ain't nobody think about you like that. Ain't nobody think about you like that, Amber Heard. You're the same woman that put piles of actual human feces in the bed with Johnny Depp. Remember that? We all of this came out in the trial, ma'am. You ain't shit. You've been proven not to be shit in court, and we will have no other parts of you. Leave Jason Momoa alone. The man, the people on set and the production company came right out and said, girl, find you some business and find you something else to do because we don't want no parts of you. I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. Kanye West is in the news. Kanye West is in the news. Y'all know I do not like covering Kanye West, but I will cover him in this regard. Can someone go put Amber on a conservative? Yes, please. Go put her on a conservatorship. Julia Fox says her relationship with Kanye West was off for show. That's his ex. I don't know if that's his ex-girlfriend, wife. I don't know what she was to him, but they was together. Some white lady. She's claiming that she was used as a prop for him, something she can now talk about because she didn't sign a legal document or an NDA. The actress influencer spills the alleged beans in her memoir titled Down the Drain, which just hit shelves today. According to page 6, she details her whirlwind romance with Kanye West that lasted for just a couple months, starting at the tail end of 2021. At this point, it's because thank you, Yana. You took the words right out of my mouth. At this point, it's an ABC, baby. You weren't even together with him long enough for me to give a shit. Were you a prop? Absolutely. Anything Kanye West has is a prop. His girlfriends, his cars, anything, everything around him is a prop. So if you thought by some stretch of the imagination, because he was giving you the good dick and giving you the good pipe and blowing your brains and blowing your back out on a daily basis, that you meant anything to him, girl, you're dreaming. Go find you something to do with yourself. Find a life and find something to do with that life. We don't give a shit. Your bottom barrel base, discount basement barrel, bottom of the bin, white skank whore bitch that nobody cares about. Take your ass on and go on with life. We don't give a shit. Moving on. I can't even fault Kanye West for that because she's losing her mind. Now, if you live in the great state of California, we learned yesterday, well, the members only chat learned yesterday. Shout out to the members only chat. If you're not a member, you're missing out because you missed out on all the good shit in the members only chat. We learned in the members only chat that certain candies are now banned in the great state of California. One of those is Skittles. Well, people are pushing back on that. One person specifically is Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez is pissed that California is focusing on healthier candy instead of other issues he finds far more pressing, and he's letting his followers know about it publicly. He wrote on his Instagram, or X as it's called now, crime through the roof, worst drug epidemic ever, and homelessness at an all-time high in California. Let's focus on Skittles. And he posted the link to California becoming the first state to ban Skittles and 12,000 additional products for cancer-causing additives. What he's saying is, we got a whole lot of other shit that we need to focus on in California. Skittles should not be one of them. I mean, Mario, while that sounds good on the surface, if Skittles has ingredients that are causing people to have cancer, then they may be right. Excuse me. Oh, essentially, the law requires companies selling food in the state to remove certain additives which California now deems harmful. One of the big ticket chemicals being targeted is red dye 3, prominently found in Skittles, and corporations have until 2027 to get their act together. That's not how it's being advertised. Many are falsely peddling the new law as an outright ban of Skittles, and it seems Mario Lopez got ticked off over a social media headline. So what they saying is, it don't, they have until 2027 to get their life in order. You could still go buy your goddamn Skittles. Go buy your goddamn Skittles and stay looking fine. I mean, if you eating Skittles and looking that good, Mario Lopez, I ain't gonna stop you from eating your Skittles. Go ahead, but they ain't gonna stop you. I'm sure. Isn't Skittles owned by Mars Corporation? Aren't they owned by the Mars Corporation? I'm sure the M&M and Mars Corporation are gonna find a way to make sure that they continue to sell Skittles in the great state of California after 2027. So I don't think you have a whole lot to worry about. Oh wow. Did I get to everything? Yes, that's the dossier for today, y'all. I didn't know I was gonna be able to finish this fast. I was trying to get through stuff fast today. I know I seemed a little rushed today. But we got through the dossier in record time. Listen, I'm sure it's really be going live now because I'm sure she's probably already got her live set up. Y'all let me know if really be already got her live set up. Whew, y'all listen, I know I've been gone for a minute, but we're back. I kept the dossier light today because I did want to spend some time on Israel and Palestine. So if you missed that portion of today's live, go back, red ball back, and go back to the beginning of the live because we did spend about a good 30 minutes breaking down and talking about Israel, Hamas, Palestine, and all of that stuff. So if you missed that, please go back and and check that out. Because class was short today. Normally we good for having class hour and a half, hour 45, but we had short. Class was short today. uh, trying to make sure that I, protect my energy. Shout out to um Erica De Niro. So yes, let me see if Really B has scheduled her live yet. Uh-huh. So I can send y'all over there. Listen, put some shondos in the chat. I know I've been going for a minute, but I am back. I am back. Um, for those people who want to donate to the snack fund, you could do that here. I did not have any snacks today. I know I need to go and get some snacks, but I just kind of took yesterday. I didn't go nowhere yesterday. I kind of laid in bed and recuperated and recovered. So I need to go get some snacks because I'm out of snacks right now. I don't even see a live for Really B. Yeah, I don't see anything out yet. Really B. So we don't have to worry about that. But listen, I hung out with Regina last week. I'm hanging out with um Tanya this week. Two of my stars, all puns intended. Um, so me and Tanya gonna hang out this week. I need to have a whole get together with all of the stars that be in Mia Really B's chat, and have them come to something that they can come to with me, where it's just them and me. So, but anyway, we gonna hang out. Me and Tanya gonna hang out this week. Um, anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Listen, y'all, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. Listen, y'all always come over here and rock with me, and I am so appreciative that y'all stay loyal over here. My faithful, loyal students in class. We gonna make it do what it do. When we start to get a lot bigger than we are now, y'all gonna be able to look at the new people and be like, just have a seat. You'll learn. You'll learn. You'll like it here. So anyway, I'm going over to the members only chat to bother the members and the members only chat like only we can. We love it here. Yes, Tracy, we love it here. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all until tomorrow. Yes, until tomorrow. That's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.